Peace and love.
Peace and love. What up, though? What it do? What's popping? What's cracking? Let's talk about it. Let's build. What's happening? All of this and all of what happened in there. Or what had happened for some of y'all, that's what y'all had said. What had happened? We already know what's gonna happen when somebody has said what had happened was. And that's only 50% of the time. That's what it was. That's only half the time. Every time you hear somebody say what had happened was, they're not necessarily about to. Where we at? Where we at? Let the people see what had happened because we got my brother over here with us.
Peace.
Evening.
Peace and love and abundance, family. Yes.
Yeah, what I do? Did I break it? I ain't break it. Yeah, I break it. I got it all over here and over
That's
here.
beautiful.
So don't have to get rid of the guy. That's what we doing. That's what we doing this evening.
Say.
What's up, y'all? I know, you know what I'm talking about. What happened? We just talk about he's talking about flat earth. I told him I can't afford that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't got the kind of money to be trying to disprove and reprove and all of that. You where you at? It's levels to this shit. We know this.
It's levels, yes.
It's levels. So
it is.
You know, you find a lot of interesting facts, factoids, whatever you want to call them. You know, you find various hypotheses. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what it is. But like
isms.
If we gonna go far as to put ironclad, this is what it is now. It depends. It depends on what you're talking about. But we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We talking about for the second episode that we so ancient we forgot who we is.
Mm-hmm.
We have amnesia. That's the complete title. We gonna, you know what I'm talking about? That's what we gonna deal with. We gonna deal with some other things, but like I said, for 30 days, if you bring up an issue that's plaguing us as a people, you must also balance that shit out with some solution and some remedy. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
Remedies, some recourse, some resolution, some compensation, some restitution, some
balance. Absolutely.
Balance. Like how we used to say back in the day when we was dealing with the UCCs and shit going on for you, tell you demand that they balance the books. Tell that judge, you know you the fiduciary. You know what I'm talking about? All of that shit. How you can't, like I keep telling y'all, we dealing with people who are merely doing business. They have their business practices haven't changed much. What has happened? Right. They have added so much onto the books. Goddamn, can't nobody remember all of that shit. I challenge you to find me one attorney, one judge. I don't care if he a district, circuit. I don't care. Article 3, Article 5 judge, Article 15 judge. And I know that shit don't exist. I'm being sarcastic, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Brother EK, your brother EK, he used to say, it's enough. I know, Brother EK. He used to say, it's enough fight out here for all of us. Like you say, there's so much in the books and hidden in dark room. Man, it's enough fight. And the prophet say he got detectives everywhere. Yeah, that's right. You got to get into yes. Other EK. Man, I miss all them. Bobby, I miss peace and love. I want to give a shout out to Bobby L. I'm here. Peace be upon him. I'm here because of him. I know this sister because of him. When I walked through the door, she was there. Islam, she was there. Hotel, yes.
Had the people saying "why do" for hello, instead of goodbye. Why do was goodbye.
Yes.
People walk up to me and be like, "Why do?"
Yes.
My new Wabi, you know what I'm talking about? My new Wabi, you know what I'm talking about? Like it ain't what it was.
No, but yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth.
Elder EK used to do a lot of business. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, it's enough fight out there for everybody.
You know, peace be upon him. The master teacher Bobby wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? They you know, there's many similarities within their scholarship. You know, there was some various variations. You know what I'm saying? But you appreciate all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's levels to this shit. If you find that, you know, I had a good one earlier. Oh, I had a good. We was talking about Grandmaster J.
Grandmaster
We
J.
got some comments already. I don't have comments on my screen, so
Peace and love, family.
yes.
Yeah, them sister.
Yes, sir. Volume. We say a volume. Volume low. Let me squeak back a little bit.
What you want me to do? Scoot up?
Yeah, you need to scoot up. And
I sure will. I
go this way a little bit.
Okay.
Good looking. Good looking. Moderators in the building.
Moderators.
Where's his tool at?
Peace and love, moderators.
Show a tool on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. Or do it, show it. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I need y'all to go to YouTube with it. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to look at it on YouTube so I can
jump on YouTube.
So we can see all of the comments in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It be separated. I have like 48 comments on Facebook and then only 20 on YouTube or whatnot. Everybody in the chat. That's what's most important. In order, we say we doing a build and we build, and that includes all of us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And y'all know my memory and all that. I be asking y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I be jacking up words and everything. I be needing help.
Nah, you doing lovely. You doing what you supposed to do, fighting that fight.
But we was talking about, I know you familiar with the brother Grandmaster J from the No Fucking Around Coalition. What was their name? In fact, the fact that, what is it, the least amount of time he can get is 7 years. Wait.
You know I'm not in the loop like this. Wait. He was supposed to be
found guilty of, again, let's back up. We're going to go back because I went too fast, y'all. We're going to back up. We talk about this all the time. We spoke about this earlier today. We spoke about the propaganda of gun violence and gun control. Like I said, we got amnesia. The first gun laws that was put on the books was about us not having access to guns. In the 1800s, the early 1800s, in order for you as a melanated man or woman to have a gun or rifle or whatnot, you had to own land, right? This type of legislation was always geared toward keeping us disarmed. So this movement of stop the violence and stop the gun violence and all of that, that's not a movement that we originated. We were actually the victims, our ancestors initially and us today, we're the victims of that. Now you fast forward today, where we left the conversation was the fact that these people create over 100,000, well, at least 100,000 on an annual basis, various codes and whatnot, you understand, to put on the books. I refuse to call this shit laws. I say acts and regulations and prohibitations. I'll make up some words a lot of times before I say laws. Understand? This is a business doing this. This is a business with a name, you understand, that is creating policy, right? Okay. So again, regardless to what the exact charges are against the brother Grandmaster J, this is something they have millions of them. Millions. What fucking people? Animals definitely don't need millions of statutes and codes and prohibitations in order for them to live free and at liberty. Like, that is the opposite. That is contrary than a motherfucker. That's contrast. That don't go together. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to take that off.
Okay, I sure will.
My bad.
I'm learning, you know.
Echo.
It is.
All right. So
I turned it right off.
Again, we see this shit again and again. It's a situation where an actual crime wasn't committed, y'all. We know what a crime is. A crime is where some damages.
Injured party.
We say an injured party because some damages was done. Whether if I told this paper up, it's my goddamn paper. You understand?
Okay.
He looked through the scope of his gun. Now, if I'm looking through the scope, I have to take the scope off. You know what I mean? To do like this without me, actually pointing the gun. Okay. But again, it's still who was injured in his actions. Him pointing that gun.
That part.
Where's the injured party? Again,
they got the damage is
done. God damn it, even if he fired the gun and broke a window, okay, that don't take for you to kidnap me and hold me for ransom. All that take me to do is to hit up the hardware store and get Johnny off the corner, the what you call it, handyman.
Yeah. Measure and tape.
And he gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Did anything inside the building get hurt? Okay, I'm gonna pay for that.
Pay for that.
You know, you want restitution because you got scared. I don't fucking know. You understand? But this is how sovereign people do fucking business.
And
you understand?
Yes,
a person who is completely sovereign don't necessarily need to deal with oil state. And I'm gonna tell you why. People who are actually sovereign are wealthy motherfuckers. You understand? And I'm not just talking about wealthy based off of a fiat currency, but again, by me functioning as a sovereign person, if I do damages to you, let's say I hit your car, you understand? I don't want all state in my motherfucking business. I don't want Geico. I don't want none of these bitches in my business. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in my pocket, or I'm gonna write you a check, or however the fuck it go on. You understand? If it's real bad, I'm gonna have you on a rental till they get your shit together. This is what I'm talking about. I don't need the city of Dearborn pulling up and filing reports and all of that. Me and you taking care of this because this is our affair. We were involved in this.
Absolutely.
They are gonna bring in hearsay and hearsay and whatever. You know what I'm talking about? This is like we minority and being minors. This is how minors who, you know what I'm talking about, react to shit. They need help. You know, they need the state of Michigan and all the other people involved in their affairs. You know, that I need permission to, no, that's not how it go. That's not how it go. And the sad part is when they put their $50, $100, or whatever you getting on your bridge card and shit, they say they do gotta goddamn see in your affairs. But again, you put them in your business. You did that. They doing business and you made them a part of your business. Although, peace be upon them, like Bobby said, on an annual basis. On an annual basis, the state of Michigan gets a budget, right? So that they can take care of all of their shit. So what are you taxing me for?
That's just it. That's buying those yachts and caviar beluga and happy endings.
You said you would not be lying.
That's where that's going. Tithing.
This is what they do. So being this is what they do, you just talking about Clarence Thomas.
Lord.
Now y'all talking about him in the Roe versus Wade and his wife, but she was texting the other Fed publicans or fake publicans about the votes. He's in the news a lot recently, right?
Okay, we knew this was coming.
When we say that Roe versus Wade, that was a business decision. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The same way him being a former lawyer for Monsanto, these are people doing business.
I'm glad you went into this, sister.
Taking it personal.
Now this Roe versus Wade. So this is so just to make sure that I have the right understand. So this is about a woman saying that if she was raped and she wanted to abort the baby, she cannot.
And that's what I'm saying. That's not what it's about.
Okay. As long as it's not about that.
I'm gonna lay it out now. I'm gonna lay it out to you. This opinion or decision that was made by the Supreme Court is basically saying, hey, we're saying no to abortion, but the states will give you guys the last say so as to how you want to set regulations or whatnot. You understand? This is what they're saying. Again, this is business talk. This is, I run the city, you run the state, right?
Right.
So you gonna tell me I have the okay to create other subsidiaries. I'm already a subsidiary up under you. You understand? I'm already a subsidiary up under you, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm giving you permission to finish out the task with those who are within your region.
Mm-hmm.
The business.
That's how that runs.
That's how business go.
Regional managers,
Whether you want to look at it and you want to label, which they've labeled themselves. Fuck that. The Democrats. The Democrats have labeled themselves pro-choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Fed publicans or the fake publicans have labeled themselves pro-life. You got pro-life versus pro-choice. So with this decision made with SCOTUS of Supreme Court justices, is basically leaning towards Trump and them, right? The
Pro-life.
Republicans. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the pro-lifers, right?
Pro-life. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the pharmaceutical companies are in the pockets of both parties.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, either or way, both of them are scoring. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Not just, okay, you're going to have the various birth control and the plan Bs or whatnot skyrocketing in sales, their stocks or whatnot. These people, this is all about business. Again, they got a negative birth rate. Do you think they actually care whether or not a child is going to come to term or not? They don't give a fuck.
Never
These
did.
same
Never
people
did.
who use pledge the people as collateral for their fucking debt. So do you actually think that this is strictly a business decision? This is not personal. This is not about the people. We are. It's not about none of that. None of that.
We are.
They don't. No.
That's terrible. It's a
Period.
business decision. I like how you said that. It's a business decision.
It definitely is. It's a fucking money grab on both ends. It's a money grab. Now,
very Kazarian. That's what they do.
I don't even. It's
fun both sides of the war. We'll fund both sides of the war.
Who gonna tell God what to do? Now, who the fuck is God gonna listen to? You know what I'm saying? And when I say God, I'm talking about gods, goddesses. I'm talking about all of y'all.
Right.
You understand? Conscious people have come to the realization. Even if you have got to just to the level of where you're saying, okay, I was made in the image and the likeness of God, so you know what I mean? Like, these decisions and some of these things that are happening in my life are based upon the energy that I'm putting on. You know what I'm talking about? You begin to realize that karma is a universal law. You know what I mean? You get out of some of the dummy shit. You stop celebrating certain things. You stop celebrating Christmases and Thanksgivings. And if you celebrate a Thanksgiving or a Halloween, you advance to another level. You understand that this is about the last harvest. That's why you're going here to there. You're actually supposed to be bartering and trading and gifting and so forth.
Now that's indigenous.
Exactly.
We so old, we done forgot. What you say? We done forgot.
We forgot who
we was those people. That's just it.
We know they ain't made up nothing.
That old. No Amnesia. Alzheimer's. Feeding us aluminum. Feeding us aluminum. So we make sure we stay forgetful. Man, it's unbelievable, man. And here we got people who believe that these people, through the love of Jesus, we're all the same. Even those same people you talking about that's running the fake United States Code 302. What brother, sister? United States Code 302. Title 28, Section 15A.
Even though it's a sticky piece, God, peace time, bro. It's a sticky situation because I'm not gonna say we run to the United Nations because we don't do that. But as far as the human rights declarations and the rights of a child to a name of nationality in 1959 and the indigenous people's rights, you know what I'm talking about? Although I ain't gonna even lie, if I get a goddamn ticket and I got to deal with them in court, everything that I even know, right, the goddamn 1790 Sundry Wars Act, I put everything.
All right now.
I don't give a shit. My point is this. I don't want to do business with these people. That would seem to be, if they are, y'all keep saying they're a corporation, or we keep saying they're a corporation. I keep saying they the largest, wealthiest criminal cartel known to man. You understand? But again, Foot Locker and McDonald's and all of these motherfuckers are doing business too, right? But they don't force you to do business with them. These people have literally been forcing us to do business with them for too long.
Yes.
Too long. And when you find now, when you see situations like what's the Moor's name?
Rise of the Moors? Who?
Yes, Rise of the Moors. When we see shit like that, a lot of us got amnesia so bad. We look at the brothers as being wrong when they didn't do shit to nobody. Who the fuck did they hurt?
They did not hurt.
I sit here and look. We sit here and watch YouTube videos. We watched a white man who is very wealthy. He built a shooting range in his house, soundproofed the shit and everything. He got guns that they only made 300 of these. They only made 60 of these. He just shooting shit the fuck up.
Yeah.
They not, you know what I'm talking about? They didn't even fire a shot.
They didn't, but there was an act of war to that
To be
territory for driving wild Negro, armed bunch of Negro, gang of Negroes, armed to the teeth. And that was an act of war. But now the cowboy hats down here that they done made a whole what's the boys, the Utah what are they? Yellowstone Park boys. What is his name? Y'all these people, they so smart, they know the man. They done made a whole TV show series about it. Got a cowboy hat. What's his name? He was shooting at the federal officers, riding on horses, and he walked in and out of court. What is the man name? He's a national hero, American national hero. This man, hold on. Let me look this man up, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to bear with me.
What you talking about?
We talking about the difference between Rise of the Moors, the true, like I said, we the people, the true people of the land that you can find in all contemporary drawings and paintings. Those people. What I done? I did that. Wait a minute. Okay, Yellowstone. What's his name? Yellowstone. Hold on. Yellowstone Park shooting. Yellowstone National Park shooting. National Park.
Yeah, because this was in his face.
Shooting.
Again,
Okay, yeah, you go ahead. I'm
with New York, for example, like up here, they talk about open carry. Michigan is an open carry state, right? And my logic, the way I think, is this: if you got a pistol and I know you got a pistol, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you in my circumference and you armed and I don't know you armed, I'm not cool with that. You understand? So I can relate to the open carry theory. I just say it like that because it is what it is. But what people don't understand up here is we end up. Do you know how many guns the city of Detroit took from people last year alone?
Wow, ain't that crazy?
Over 2,000 guns. They've been stealing. Just add that up for 100 years. How many guns that they done took from melanated men and women?
Hungry,
based upon
starved out.
They got millions of different statutes and codes to lean upon in order to assist them in doing this. But again, if we weren't doing business with the state of this and the city of that and so on and so forth, you understand? And it was a known fact that, hey, we precede all of you motherfuckers. We come before all of you. So we don't even really have to interact with y'all, period. Again, like I said, they might fuck with some of the Kitchewa people, but them $5 Cherokee motherfuckers, they don't violate them the way they violate us. And again, I don't try to explain shit to me. I understand that the various tribes that are recognized by the government aren't completely sovereign. I know that. I tell y'all all the time, they got what we call clip sovereignty. You understand? Because they still in the bed with these invaders. You understand? We are not. No statute but this is the thing. We say no statute and code apply us. We understand all that, but at the same time, the highwaymen, they don't. You know what I'm talking about? They're not receptive to that from 100% of us who know it. It's only half of us. We can go online right now, and I can show you brothers and sisters with the same exact information, and half of them they'll leave them alone. You understand? They will honor law. The other half of us, they end up sexually assaulting us, kidnapping us, and holding us for ransom, and robbing us, and extorting us. You know what I'm talking about? And sometimes murdering us. When what I'm saying is we did the whole interaction, but we know it's not going to happen like that. I'm a part of the prior movements who was out here doing shit like making our own IDs and making our own license plates 2 decades ago. You understand? So I know about that fight and that fucking struggle. You understand? There's nothing. We have to start small with our people because we need more of our people involved in this. You might want to say, fuck them, they got cretin mindsets. You understand? But we still need more of our people involved in this. Why? Because of the children. Right now, the children don't know what to believe. They not as docile as the fuck we was. You understand? These kids, they don't care nothing about no cartoons. They don't care nothing about none of that. They making their own cartoons. We want them to be making cartoons and writing books about the ancestors. You understand? And not just the struggles about the royalty and the nobility. This is why we gave the babies ills and bays and ishas and she's. You know what I'm talking about? So they carrying the names. You understand? What they put into creation, whether it be by way of entrepreneurship or however they do it. You understand? They need something to continue to stand on. You understand? So even the parents who still celebrate Christmas and, you know what I'm talking about, their children, it used to be the reverse. The babies would be upset that, you know, mom and daddy was in the NOI and shit, so they didn't celebrate Christmas or whatnot. But in some cases today, it's the babies like, damn, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Still celebrating that shit. You know? Mom and dad don't be on the internet and all that shit like some of the babies do. You understand? So it just is what it is. You got some more? Okay. It just is what it is, y'all. We have to, you know, provide the means and the tools for the babies.
Yes,
we need
that's
them.
Bobby.
So my point, I was talking about backing up. My bad. I ain't gonna cut your wisdom. This is what I was trying to say by starting small. I'm gonna give me some t-shirts made. Y'all gotta give me a title that makes sense other than the no seatbelt or the no safety belt movement. To most people, that don't make sense. It doesn't make sense for a movement against seatbelts or against safety belts to be something that should be given any attention to by so-called black people, right? And I'm explaining to you why that's just asinine. All right. Some years ago, the hunky tonks, or you know what I'm talking about, the invaders, they got together, the pale people, and they decided that these states were no longer going to extort them for not wearing a helmet while they riding their motorcycles and their Harley Davidsons or whatnot, right?
Yeah, that was strictly for the European white man.
So now in various states, you don't have to wear a helmet. You understand? Which is your head. You don't have to wear one or not. That's my point with the seatbelt. Why should I have to pay the city of Dearborn, who is responsible for murdering like maybe 1,500 of our ancestors? You understand? And not only that, taxing them and robbing them and sexually assaulting them, because you know that's what a search is. They feeling on you. You don't want to be felt on.
That's right.
But you're in fear because they're heavily armed.
Right.
They're heavily armed, so you let them feel on you and shit. But that's actually a sexual assault. You understand? They kidnap you. You know what I'm talking about? Because you ain't been convicted of shit. No. Right? They say you innocent until you proven guilty, right? Am I right, y'all? I'm just saying. Yeah. So under the pretenses of the fact that I don't have on a seatbelt, you're going to sue me by way of a citation, right? When you reach your people, the motherfuckers with the badges, do you know how many of us they done murdered? You're not concerned with my safety. You concerned with getting in my pocket.
Obama alone is
you concerned with getting in my pockets. You concerned with, you know, possibly being able to find something that you can bring up one of your millions of statues of coals up to say, oh, that's illegal. You got a pine tree in your rearview mirror, you know what I'm talking about? So that's another $500. Or, you know, we gonna steal your car. We gonna take your babies. You people crazy. It's fucking nuts. But my point is with the seatbelt, okay, they got together, you know, with the helmet shit. That gives relief since, again, they don't want to pay reparations, right? And we looking for ways for some type of fucking relief from this corporation that keep forcing us into doing business with them. So this is how we gonna do it. From now on, ain't no goddamn seatbelt law. You understand? I'm not telling you don't put your seatbelt on and don't put a seatbelt on your baby, but goddamn it, you can't use that as a reason to fucking violate me. You understand? Mm-hmm. You can no longer, like I say, back in the day when there wasn't no seatbelt law, what they would do is they'll pull you over and then bust out your headlight or your tail light in order to say that was the reason that they was able to pull you over. Probable cause or whatever.
That's right.
Now they ain't got to do that because they got this seatbelt shit. So not only now do they get to fucking violate you, they get to fucking extort you. Right there.
They definitely making good money off them towing them cars.
And then you got somebody like a Charlemagne the God. You know what I'm talking about? Charlemagne the God, and they doing a click of the ticket. buckle up or you know what I'm talking about? What kind of fuck shit is that? Charlamagne the God is the same nigga that got on TV and said if it wasn't for him not wearing a seatbelt when he was in that car accident, he would have died if he had a seatbelt on. But he on here talking about some fucking click of the ticket. So New York or somebody put some money in his pocket to fucking say click of the ticket.
Doubt.
Knowing your people live at or just barely above the goddamn poverty line, you gonna put some more poverty on them with some fucking click of the ticket. I seen you without a seatbelt on, so I get to pull you over. So now I get to ask you for shit like registration. Is this vehicle registered? Yeah. Meaning that it don't belong to you, so all they policies and codes apply to that shit. Because it ain't yours. You gave it back. You understand? But when you on my shoes and you say, well, I'm gonna take the VIN numbers to this car and I'm gonna put a UCC 3 on it, on the fucking VIN numbers, putting the lien against it. You understand? Saying before some motherfucking body, before the state can do it, it's too late. They already did it. You understand? So when you have various Moors going to car lots and shit,
that's right,
and randomly doing this to brand new cars, taking the VIN numbers and leaning them and shit. You know, y'all was talking about we was crazy. No, we talking about centuries of these people robbing and stealing and killing in the name of doing business, in the name of the doctrine of discovery, in the name of they patron saints and Papple's bulls and Joshua, they version of the Joshua, the homosexual Joshua that didn't get married and didn't have no children. When we know, was he not a rabbi? Don't rabbis get married and have children by law, right. by Hebrew law?
You got to do that.
You understand? So what the, you ain't realized you was in a fucking fairy tale yet? But we got amnesia. I told her we just so ancient we forgot who we did. We be having to remind the people. Say I like killing my brain.
I wanted to play that when you were saying, because this shows when you were just saying, our children, we teaching them about what's right and wrong, and their children at young ages is learning to kill. You understand? This is the Iceman inheritance. That's what I was saying. Yeah, he naturally. His teacher.
What about me? Yeah, even me. No, not even my teacher either. Okay, because I'm the first person that you told this. Am I? Yeah. So, I just like killing. So what are you gonna be again when you grow up?
And Mind Hunters, the series Mind Hunters, they show how the parents wipe that type of shit under the rug. So see, they'll never know, but he'll grow up killing people's puppies.
Running up in schools.
And soon he'll be running up in school because he's telling you now, at 6 years old, he like to kill and watch killing shows. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he'll be a police officer or EMS driver. Or
no time.
Okay, all right. In no time, because they grow fast. Yeah, so in no time, yeah, he'll be your police officer.
Let me school back. I talked about the seatbelt, and I left off talking about how if Charlamagne had a seatbelt on, if he was in that accident, he said he would have died. Right.
Right.
Okay. The other day we looked at Biden on a bike. He had straps, the little straps on the paddles to keep his feet in the pedal. Right. If he didn't have them straps on that paddle, he wouldn't have fell his ass off that bike. The safety straps. He had safety belts on his paddle on his bike, right? Again, if he didn't have them straps on his foot, I proved it to you. I showed you why he fell off the bike, because he had stopped.
Yeah.
He took one foot out that strap. He didn't get that other foot out.
To balance himself.
But he had already stopped, though. He was at a complete stop. So when he was trying to get that foot out, he fell.
Yeah.
That's because that safety belt was on the foot. So don't tell me shit about no safety belt. Point being is no way in the hell. What happened? Do you all have meetings? Yeah, we like the Secret Service in this piece. You know what I'm talking about? The real talk. What we, you know what I'm saying? You can. We gotta. Is it a message? So how we do that? You with us from Facebook. You need to come to YouTube. Earlier on, I know I put the link to YouTube in the chat or in the, how you say that? I don't know, y'all. I'm not into the gigabyte 5,000 and a megabyte 10,000. You know what I'm talking about? With the YouTube, you can put the YouTube link in this chat. Oh, it's in there. That say StreamYard though. It don't say YouTube, babe. So I feel as though if we start the people out with this, with the seatbelt shit, we can if we can get you to understand why a seatbelt law should not apply to us as a people, then you can understand and overstand every the fuck thing else after that. And this is the way that we regain our sovereignty. If the people get an overstanding of, okay, even if you only allow me to take you back to the 1800s, and you look at what the Bering Strait, and I don't even want to go in. If you look at what they got, including the $5 Indians who paid to have their names added to the Dawes rolls, you know what I'm talking about? Like I said, you don't see they clan mothers and shit getting pulled over and tased and all type. We don't see that. Now you can debate the fact of whether they have full sovereignty or not. I'm not here to debate that. God damn it, even if we just had a partial amount, half of the shit, we wouldn't be taxed on nothing, right? What taxes would, although, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that as a whole. I'm not saying that, peace God, I'm not strictly saying that to us, because most Moors have already made mad accomplishments when it comes to being non-obligated to pay any type of fucking tax, from an excise tax to a sales tax to a, I don't even got to show you ID. I lost the wallet last year, y'all, so a lot of my IDs I don't even fucking have no more. But my point is this: I can just talk to you. You understand? I can just talk to you. So sales tax implies sales, right? It don't imply purchaser, buyer, none of that. What are you in that situation? You the purchaser, you the buyer, you the customer, you all of that. You're not selling shit. So how did you get stuck with it paying a sales tax? Explain that to me. And they can't, because they got millions of statutes of codes. They can tell you 1 year that, yeah, you can have an abortion. You know what I'm saying? And then they can make a business decision 10 years later or 40 years later and say, you know what? We're not going to allow this practice. We don't agree with it. You understand? But if our subsidiaries, we allow them to be able to spank you this way and spank you that way. You know what I'm talking about? Like, all of these are business decisions. Period. It's not about people. And when the Constitution said we the people, they specifically were talking about the English white male. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's just what the fuck I was taught. You know what I'm saying? And I don't agree with, you know, I'm gonna say this. In the supremacy clause, stating that this is the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, I know very well it says, except for where any treaties was made. My problem with the fucking treaties be this.
All right.
My problem with these treaties that most people say are, you know, expired now, or, you know, it's, what's the other term? Is it not expired?
Void, null and void.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
It's over with, right? My issue with that is, again, who are the signatories?
Who are the signatories?
I don't
the treaty got to be signed every 50 years.
I don't care who signed that bitch. I don't see a sign from a mother nowhere around that motherfucker. I don't see a clan mother. I don't see nothing. So
matriarch, okay, you didn't say something now.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna do this shit right, we're gonna do it right, or it's not gonna get done at all. And that has been the problem. Everybody wanna half-ass shit. Like the boy, you know, they done found him. In fact, brother Grandmaster J,
please.
They done found him guilty. Let's get back to that, right?
Please. How did they find him guilty? For just looking through his sight? You say, looking through the crosshairs, didn't fire, didn't injure nobody, and because he was a Negro with a gun, he went to jail.
And everybody got their little personal ideologies and theologies and doctrine that we all put before one another. I can't put an ideology or theology before my fucking people, and that's our biggest problem. Because if you listen to anything the man said, most of what he said, you can tell that he was very Hebrew Israelite oriented, right? Very much so. And he had no problem with putting that out there, right?
Right.
So he dealt with the pistols. So as soon as you start dealing with the pistols, you put the